Hello, Honors Algebra 1. It is Friday, April 17th, and we're continuing on in Chapter 11. We're on Section 11.8, adding and subtracting radicals. Now, this is not going to be as difficult, in my opinion, as multiplying and dividing radicals, and it's going to be a pretty short lesson today. So, let's get going. Let's look over here. We have 4 root 7 plus 5 root 7. Well, we're going to treat this just like we're adding like terms. What if I would told you to add 4x plus 5x? Well, 4x plus 5x is simply 9x. We add the coefficients 4 and 5. And as long as the radical terms match, we can go ahead and combine them by adding the coefficients. And so the answer here is simply 9 root 7. How'd you like that? Okay, let's move on. Now here we have 3 times the square root of 6 minus 2 times the square root of 13 plus 5 times the square root of 6. Notice that we have 2 terms that have the square root of 6. This is the square root of 13. So you have to think of root 6 and root 6 as like terms and root 13 as a different term. It is not a like term with the other 2. So we're simply going to combine the 2 like terms and get their sum. I have 3 root 6s plus 5 root 6s gives me 8 root 6s. And then I just put the minus 2 root 13 after it. Those cannot be combined. It's like an x and a y. You cannot combine those terms. They're different. All right. Last one, a little bit more complex, but not much. So let me slide this down a little bit. Okay, what do we have here? We have 7 root 3 minus 4 root 6 plus 2 root 48 minus 6 root 54. Now, at first glance, it looks like we have 4 terms that are not alike in any way because the roots are not the same. None of the roots are the same. But is root 48 in simplest form? No, it's not. Is root 54 in simplest form? No, it's not. So let's go ahead and rewrite this. 7 root 3, well, 3 does not have any perfect square factors. We're just going to copy that again. Minus 4 root 6, same thing. Root 6, 6 is just 2 times 3. I can't, there's no perfect squares in there, but look at the square root of 48. Well, 48 is 16 times 3. So let's change that to 16 times 3. We'll come back to that. Minus 6. Now, what is 54? 54 is 9 times 6. Okay, so I found a perfect square factor in both the 48 and in the 54. So let's keep going. Let's simplify. I have 7 root 3 minus 4 root 6 plus, well, root 16 is 4. So I'm going to just go ahead and replace root 16 and bring it out and make it a 4. And I already have a 2 here. So 4 times 2 is 8. And I've got the root 3 left inside. Now I'm going to put a minus sign. Now I've got 6 times the square root of 9. Well, the square root of 9 we know is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. And I have a root 6. Okay. So now I have 2 root 3 terms. Let's combine those. I have 7 plus 8 is 15 root 3. And then I have a negative 4 root 6 and a negative 18 root 6. That is going to add up to give me a minus 22 root 6. And so always look and see if you can simplify your root before you give up and say, oh, I can't combine any of these terms, because most likely you can. All right, so today you have some homework problems and mixed review. There's not as many homework problems. The mixed review is a little bit longer. And then you have your quiz today. So the quiz is due at 9 o'clock tonight. This homework is not due until Monday morning at 9 a.m. So I hope you have a great weekend. And I will get your quizzes graded for you this weekend and post the answers and any comments that I need to make. And we'll continue on in Chapter 11. This is kind of a long chapter. We've already done 8 sections and we're not done yet. So have a great weekend. I think I already said that. I miss you. And I will be back with you on Monday. And I might see you today at Zoom. If you have any questions before the quiz, you're welcome to ask those at 11 o'clock, but my only request is do not look at the quiz and then come ask me questions about the quiz. If you want to ask a question before you take the quiz, come to Zoom and we'll clarify things before you open it up. Okay. All righty. See you later. Bye.